Hi and good evening, Australia. I am Victor. In the last video, we added integers using arrows on a number line. Today, we are going to subtract integers, and we're going to be using a different visual model, zero pairs. They're not on the screen yet, but they will be soon. This is going to unlock the single most important rule in integer. What is it? It's this one right here. Subtracting a negative is the same as adding, but that's a little bit, too difficult when really. So I'm going to show you what is a positive counter and a negative counter. So this is a positive counter, green. It represents a positive one, and in red, this here is a negative counter. It represents negative one. And so when you pair one positive with one negative, they cancel each other out. Positive 1 plus negative 1 equals 0. What do we have from here, all here? We add them all together. We have 0. This pair is called a zero pair. It is worth nothing. You can add as many zero pairs as you want to any collection without changing the value. So a demonstration of this would be 2 positive counters here, 2 negative counters. You're adding two apples, and you're removing 2 apples. You have this is going to be the key to the whole lesson. It's very important. So let's just warm up with like a very simple example. We have 5 minus 3. What is it? What does it equal? It equals 2. We know that. So let's just write out the answer right away. Not because you know this for sure. Like 5 plus 3 equals 2. I'm not afraid to say that. But let us see us with the counters. So I want to be drawing out 5 positive counters to save time. Of course, I'm going to be in 5 pluses here. So total value, positive 5. Okay. Now we're going to subtract 3. We're going to physically remove 3 positive counters. So I put that in red. Get rid of 3 of them. That's 1. That's 2. What do we have? 2 positive counters remain. 5 minus 3 equals 2. Very straightforward. So minus 3. That will be equal to 2. The colors look very nice here. Now is the big example here. This is the trap. The big one. 4 minus negative. Oh, scary. This is where students panic. I used to panic at this, but again, we have this very nice rule here. This is going to be used so many times in when in doubt, draw it out. When in doubt, draw it out. We're going to start at 4 positive counters. Let's go back up. 4 positive counters. Let's draw them. 4 crosses here, and then that means that we need to move 3 negative counters because we are subtracting negative 3. But if you look at our collection, we only have positives. We have no negatives to remove because we're currently at 4 right now, as you can see right here. If we go from left to right, we are only at 4. So right here, what do we do? So again, using this zero pair concept, we're going to be adding 3 zero pairs. So if you because they are worth nothing, so adding them does not change the value. If you add like a 0 pair right here, it should be 5 here, but I'm adding a 0 pair. Like I'm adding like a minus here. That's still 4. But now we have some negative counters to our collection. So let's add those 0. We need to add 2 more 0 pairs because now we have 3 0 pairs. Now we can subtract the negative 3 because we have those 3 pairs here. We're going to be removing 3 of those negative counters because we're going to subtract minus 3. So let's count what's left. Let's eliminate this with green. Get rid of these. These are not counted, of course. And now what we have is 4 original opposites plus 3 of these extra ones from the 0 pairs. And let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is 7. So what we have is 4 minus 3 equals 7. Guys, just look what just happened. Like, subtracting -3 gave us the same result of adding +3. So if you just write something like this, 4 plus 7, that's the same thing. So it comes to our rule. This is our rule. This is the new habit right now for you guys. Subtracting a negative is the same as adding. If we put it into colors, we have something like minus some random number, -4 here. It is exactly the same as drawing +4. It's the same thing. And two minuses next to each other will become a plus every time, every single time. So when you see two of these minus signs next to each other, they cancel into the plus, just like a zero pair. The negatives cancel each other. This is so important because if you don't remember this, then you have to maybe rely on number lines quite a lot. That will take quite a lot of time. And so using zero pairs here and using this concept, using this new habit that you'll be learning is extremely important. So let us just use our new habit immediately. -2 minus -6. This is our last example. We see two negatives together. Subtracting a negative is the same as adding, So this -2 plus 6 right here, going from left to right, our first number, it becomes +6. Very interesting. And we've learned about this already, adding integers in our last video. So we're going to start at -2 because left to right. First number from left to right, -2, and we're going to +6. Let's actually do this visually on the number line. Sorry if this looks a little. So we're going to find negative. And then because we're adding, let's put this to move to the right. Remember this, guys? New old habit. Positive means right. Negative means left. Let's move together. We need to jump 6 times, 6 steps together. 1, 2, 3, 6. We arrive at 4. We land at 4. It's 4. Let's write our answer right there. And now, the third habit for today is check by substituting back. This is so important. You want double checks. You want to check whether you're right or, okay? So let's go back up and check. So if -2 plus minus -6, equals 4, then 4, let me write that down for you. 4 plus -6 should give us back -2. This is our check when we are unsure of our answer. So let's start at 4. Adding -6, again, negative means left, positive means right. We're going back to this direction on the left. We need to start at 4 because from left to right. So going here, so we start at 4. Let me just erase this real quick. Let's start at 4. This is positive, so we started at 4, but we need to move left. So this is going to be a red arrow moving left, and we need to jump back 6 times. Let's jump back together. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and we landed -2. So we have our check there. It's complete and factually correct. And this, so every time you get an answer, especially with negative signs flying like this constantly, like constant negative signs flying at you, you need to take around a few seconds, like 10, 15 seconds or so, to check it. Check by substituting back. It will save you marks on every test, and this is a short way to save your marks. So today we close by building new habits. Of course, subtracting a negative is the same as adding, and two negatives next to each other becomes a positive, and we reinforced it and forced an old one, or two other ones actually. When in doubt, draw it out and check by substituting it back. It looks a little bit glitched out here. I don't know why, but I hope my words, and when I'm repeating the habits to you, so check by substituting it, as we did in right here. Now right here, subtracting, and we were substituting right here, and then we got our check, and the rule is now good. So in the next video, we'll move from the number line to the Cartesian plane, where we'll start plotting points in 2 dimensions. It will look very esoteric, but that's for another video. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching.